All right, I'm Shalom, giving all praise and all glory to Yahweh. In today's video, I'm going to go over Deuteronomy 7 and 3 in regard to the whole aspect of quote-unquote so-called interracial dating. Now, before I go into that, I'm going to go over a couple of precepts to show you on how or on why the name of the Creator or the pronunciation of the name of the Creator is important. And again, as you can see on the screen, this video on this channel is only for the 12 tribes of Israel, those whose forefathers are of Negroid descent only, scattered around North, South, Central America. So I'm just gonna go over here, and if you go on my channel, you'll notice that I uploaded 3 videos. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3 in regards of the name of the Creator. Because me being this walk of life, there was once upon a time where I didn't think that the name of the Creator or the pronunciation of the name of the Creator was important, which is totally false. Because even if you go back and check out some of my previous videos, there were times where I was using the name Yahweh, Yahuwah. I even used the name Yahweh, but at that time I hadn't done any research in regards of whether or not it was the correct pronunciation of saying the name of the Creator. So I'm gonna just start off over here with Exodus 15 and 3. I'm gonna go over a couple of precepts to show y'all on how the name of the Creator is important. So it says, Exodus 15 and 3 reads, Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. Exodus 34 and 14. For thou shalt worship no other God. For Yahweh, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Exodus 20 and 7. Thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh thy power in vain. For Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taking his name again in vain. Leviticus 18:21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy power. There goes the name again. I am Yahweh. I'm going to go to the next one. Leviticus 19 and 12. And ye shall not swear by my name falsely, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God or thy power. I am Yahweh. Leviticus 24 and 16. And he that blasphemeth the name of Yahweh, he shall surely what? Be put to death, and all of the congregation shall certainly stone him, as well as a stranger, as he that is born in the land, when he blasphemeth the name of Yahweh, shall be put to death. It goes to show you that the pronunciation of the name of the Creator is important. I'm going to go to the next one. Hold on. All right. Leviticus 22 and 32. Neither shall ye profane my holy name. There goes the name again. But I will be hallowed among the children of Israel. I am Yahweh, which hallow you. Leviticus chapter 22, verse 2. Speak unto Aaron and to his sons, that they separate themselves from the holy things of the children of Israel, and that they profane not my holy name, and those things which they hallow unto me. I am Yahweh. You clearly see that there's a consistency going on in regards to the name, showing that the name, and as well as the pronunciation, is important. You see it all throughout the Torah. Deuteronomy 6 and 13. Thou shalt fear Yahweh thy power, and serve him, and shall swear by his name. Deuteronomy 10 and 20. Thou shalt fear Yahweh thy power. Him shalt thou serve, and him shalt thou cleave and swear by his name. Deuteronomy 18 and 7 reads on this wise. Then he shall minister in the name of Yahweh, his God, as all the brethren, the Levites, do, which stand there before Yahweh. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 10. And it says, and all the people of the earth shall see that thou shalt call the name of Yahweh, and he shall be afraid of thee. Psalms 102:21, to declare the name of Yahweh in Zion, and his praise in Jerusalem. Joel chapter 2, verse 32, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahweh shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as Yahweh has said. And in the remnant whom Yahweh shall call, Isaiah 42 and 8. I am Yahweh, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither thy praise to graven images. Jeremiah 10 and 6. For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Yahweh, thou art great, and thy name is great in might. Lamentation 3 and 55. I call upon thy name, O Yahweh, out of the low dungeon. Revelations 15 and 4. Who shall not fear thee, O Yahweh, and glorify thy name? For thou art holy, for all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest. I mean, there are other plethora of scriptures that can substantiate and further validate and prove that the name of the Creator is important, as well as dealing with the correct pronunciations. Now we also go back and check out the videos that we uploaded on my platform. When you go back and check out the brother that was speaking and bringing forth the information, he was also using historical references, archaeology, artifacts, primary sources, and primary documentations to prove on how our ancient forefathers or our forefathers pronounced the name of the Creator. He was going to all these different texts, the transliterations of the Greek, of the Medu Neter, or the conical so-called Egyptian hieroglyphs, and so on and so forth, to show you that we call upon the name of Yahweh. And we also go back and do a little bit of research. All this confusion that you see going on right now with all these different pronunciations of all these other fake names, such as Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahuwah, and so on and so forth, that all goes back around the 9th century AD, when the so-called Jews added the Nikud, or the diacritical mark, into our text. They purposely did that just so we cannot pronounce the name of the Creator. So if you're saying that all these different names, such as Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahuwah, Yehovah, Jehovah, Yahweh, and so on and so forth, is the correct pronunciation of the name of the Creator, you're going to have to show me some historical documentations. You're going to have to show me some ancient texts. You're going to have to show me the transliteration on how we ever call upon the Creator and any other names that I just mentioned. But when you check out the documentation in dealing with Yahweh, everything is consistent. Everything is solid and concrete. Check out the transliteration. The proof is right there. If you want to go out there and search it for yourself. You see that? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter and the 3rd verse. Because Deuteronomy 7 and 3 is one of the precepts that a lot of these Israelites who want to unlearn based upon this subject matter are trying to utilize to say that the Israelite man, that we're not supposed to have any dealing, marry any non-Israelite woman, or we're not supposed to be dealing with any concubines. And they like to go straight to Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter and the 3rd verse. And I'm gonna just say this right now. If y'all gonna come on the comment board and quote Nehemiah 9:1, what else? Nehemiah 10:1, Nehemiah 13:25, 1 Kings 11:1, Deuteronomy 20, the 23rd chapter in regards to the bastards. If you're gonna go in the Greek Apocrypha and quote the book of Tobit, the 4th chapter and the 12th verse, and so on and so forth, you better go back on my channel, because I already did 2 different parts addressing all of those different precepts. You see? So I'm gonna start off over here. Hold on, let me see if I can highlight it, man. It says Deuteronomy 7:3. It says, neither shall thou make marriages with them. They like to start here. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. Well, we're going to start at verse 1. Verse 1 says, when Yahweh thy power shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and had cast out many nations before thee. Hold on, let me just remove this. All right. And had cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when Yahweh thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them, and shalt utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Who's the them? It's dealing with the 7 Canaanite nations. That was going into when the Israelites at that particular time were going into the conquering the land of Canaan. You see? Thy daughter shalt thou not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. And the reason why the Creator at that particular time told us to stay away from those particular 7 nations is simply because they was into idolatry and paganism. And if we would have went out of our way to end up marrying those particular females, then it would have been an issue. They would have ended up seducing us into following after their deities and their idols. You see that? And I'm going to read that too in verse 16. In Deuteronomy 7:16. Thou shalt consume all the people which Yahweh thy power shall deliver thee. Thine eyes shall have no pity upon them, neither shalt thou serve what? Their gods. For that will be a snare or a trap unto thee. The Creator always had issues with us when we started dealing with Gentile women or heathen women or non-Israelite women who were not believers. They never forsook any of the deities or the idols of their nation. So therefore there was a high possibility that they would have seduced us into worshiping and praying to their idols and their gods. But you notice when you read other parts of the scriptures, such as Moses and so on and so forth, you notice a lot of the Creator didn't have any issues about him marrying not one but 2 Gentile women. Because the Gentile woman that he ended up marrying, they were believers. You notice how they was also never referred to as strange woman. The bottom line is simply this. If an Israelite man is dealing with a Gentile woman, marrying a Gentile woman, or aka a concubine, who has forsook all the paganism of her nation, and she's dedicating herself into the Creator, there's no chance in hell that she's going to try to seduce him to worship after other idols and deities, because they're both in tune in the Creator. So when you read Deuteronomy 7:3, it's going into the 7 Canaanite nations who was into all types of filthy abominations, such as paganism and idolatry. So I'm going to go to the next one. Not going to be a long breakdown, because a lot of Israelite camps, whether you're coming out of school of thought of One West, or whether you're coming out of school of another school of thought, are breaking this scripture down wrong. Well, hold on. Anyway, they totally breaking down the scripture totally wrong. You see? Hold on. You got people trying to text me on my other phone. Hold on, let me just turn this off. All right. So let me go to verse 30. Let me go to Exodus 34:11. And it says, observe thou that which I commanded thee this day. Behold, I drive out before thee the Amorite, and the Canaanite, and the Hittite, and the Perizzite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Take heed to thyself, lest thou shalt what? Make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, whither thou goest, lest it be a what? A snare or a trap in the midst of thee. But ye shall destroy their altars. You see that? Ye shall destroy their altars. They was worshiping other false deities, other false gods, and false idols. Break their images. Break their false images, their false gods, and cut down their groves. For thou shalt worship no other power. For Yahweh, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. Lest thou shalt make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a whoring after what? Their gods. Because a lot of these other cats, or the Israelites, who read Deuteronomy 7:3, they trying to say that the reason why the Creator has an issue with quote-unquote so-called interracial mixing is because of the other nations' skin color or their nationality. Nah, the only reason why the Creator has an issue with us dealing with certain nations of people, in particular the 7 Canaanite nations, is because what they were whoring themselves by going after other pagan deities and other pagan idols. But if your wife is from another nation and she has forsook idolatry and paganism, and she wants to cleave unto the Torah and keep the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, then there's nothing wrong with that. Because at the end of the day, your nationality is determined by who? By the seed of your father. You see? Verse 15. Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a whoring after their gods, and do sacrifice unto their gods, and one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice, and thou take of their daughters unto thy sons, and their daughters go to a whoring after their gods, and make thy sons go a whoring after their gods. So when you read Deuteronomy 7:3, I'm going to repeat it again, is going over the 7 Canaanite nations who were who were worshiping other deities and other idols that the Creator told us to stay away from. That's it. So with that, I'm going to sign out, and I'm going to say shalom.